okay, one of the topics that I wanted to discuss with you from last time was that, like, you mentioned something interesting, that like men sit like shoulder to shoulder, but women like want to like have more this what we're doing right now, face to face.
Right, that's true.
What's the deal with that? Like, do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a study that I read briefly. So I don't mean to portray myself as some sort of expert here in any way, shape, or form.
But I have heard that too. But
Yeah.
I just don't know like where. Like, I think I heard it from like the Chris Williamson podcast, Modern Wisdom.
All right.
But it is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember his exact reasoning to for that conclusion.
Yeah.
But
me neither. But maybe that's something we can just maybe discuss and try to come up to a conclusion.
Yeah.
With a conclusion on our own. But I think it's also a bit of a touchy subject, of course. You know, to compare female and male. I think also in our times, you know, it's becoming more and more how to say, unclear where the border goes between what is male and female. But I think still we can say some general things. For example, that men and women are different, you know, and to what extent and in what ways, that's, you know, arguable. But I think just looking at maybe neuroanatomy, also for sure how we're born and raised, I think women are more social in their way of acting, whereas men are more doing, maybe. I don't know. I think that's gonna probably piss off a lot of people listening to this.
Well, we can refer to the internet. Here's what the internet says.
Yeah.
For women, sitting face to face is often associated with direct communication and emotional sharing, facilitating a deeper connection through eye contact and facial expressions.
Yeah.
This setup allows for more personal and intense discussions, which are often valued in female relationships. Men, on the other hand, might prefer sitting shoulder to shoulder, such as when watching a sports game or engaging in shared activities, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Like the wood shop.
Yeah, exactly. Or just I don't know really what anecdotes I can have from my own life, but just, I don't know, running with someone, or you know, endeavoring on a shared expedition, you know, going camping or whatever it might be, you know. I think, or just going on a walk, you know. I think it's a kind of strange, you know, how just adding an extra variable into our social interactions makes it so much easier, you know. I think you're sitting like this, front to front, like eye to eye, like we're doing right now. It's good also because we're doing it in a higher purpose of creating a podcast. You know. But
wait, just 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, all good. But yeah, as I said, you know, just talking in this context, you know, in the context of doing a podcast, I think also it's like it is that shoulder to shoulder activity. You know, I think
it's saying like that it's less confrontational and more relaxed, because I remember that's one thing that Chris Williamson mentioned, that like men, like if you're staring right into like right on a man, like that is confrontational. So it could be something like that too.
Could be, could be. No, but I also really enjoy how to say, just this form of communication of podcasting. You know, it's not every day that we, how to say, just talk with each other for the sole purpose of talking with each other. You know, I think especially in our day and age, you know, there always needs to be like an underlying purpose. You know, in what we're doing. So it's very nice, I think, to just sit down and just talk. You know. But yeah, so I think that's all I have to say about that with this face to face and shoulder to shoulder, you know. But it maybe what we can, how to say, conclude is, you know, I think it would be foolish to try to look at men and women as just variants from each other, you know. I think we're our own independent entities, you know, and to acknowledge that there are differences between us, and to treat treat each other accordingly. I think not to draw everyone over the same line.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of the HH podcast. If you want to see another clip, click here down to your left. And if you want to see the whole unedited episode, click down here to your right. And last but not least, if you want to subscribe, you can do so here in the middle. Thank you.